Thanks for joining me, Liam.
No problem at all.
First of all, just wanted to, if you could let people know a bit about where you were at when we first started training together, what you were looking for working with a trainer, and a bit about your sort of exercise knowledge and what your initial goals were, really.
Sure. So I think when I started with you, I'd been going to the gym for a little while. Hadn't seen a great deal of results, to be honest, but that was largely because I didn't really know what I was doing. I had the motivation to go, I had the desire to go and achieve, but I just didn't really know what I was doing, and that's why I started looking around, signed up with yourself, and that's what you gave me was much more structure, much more balance to what I was doing, and yeah, basically you gave me that design, that template to keep going and really structure what I was doing properly.
Just yeah. I think you'd sort of been going to the gym a bit, and you were doing a bit of treadmill, bit of rower, and some of the free weight machines, weren't you? But
Yes.
there were certain muscle groups that you were definitely neglecting, and you didn't have that much balance
Yeah.
in your program initially. So a lot of that was what we did initially, and also just introducing you to some more of the free weight exercises, which are a bit more effective rather
Yeah.
than just using the machine. So getting you up and running with that initially, wasn't it? Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't even know that I had to do things like shoulders and obliques, and and I
yeah,
was definitely neglecting a bit of leg day here and there. But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you've got those things in there for me, so that's going really well.
Yeah, and it's so common. You go into the gym and you sort of think, "Oh, I'll do a bit of that one, I'll do a bit of that one," and you sort of end up sticking with what you feel comfortable with. And a lot of the
Absolutely.
machines, people are, "I've no idea what that does. I'm not even going to go near that machine." So just
Yeah.
yeah, just a bit of education at the start, and yeah, you've progressed really well. What would you say your sort of main benefits you've noticed are over the last few months of getting your program together?
Yeah. So definitely over the last sort of few months, I've just seen just steady progress. I've built up my strength over a lot of time. It's not been a you know it's not been a sprint. It's been definitely been a marathon, but I've
Yeah,
definitely seen those increments going up, and it's not necessarily been linear because it never is, but also it's hard to always fit things in. But I've definitely seen like incremental changes. I'm always trying to every session trying to hit a new personal best if
yeah.
I can, and yeah, and just that structure has really helped do that.
Just yeah. And we don't actually train one to one, do we? So I built your program for you on my app. You follow
Yeah,
that through yourself in your sessions, and then as soon as you've completed the session, it pings through to me and says, "Oh, Liam's done his chest and bicep session or whatever session it is that day," and
yeah.
then I can comment on it. We can see where you're at with your weights and then progress you up from there. How have you found using the app? Has that been sort of fairly straightforward?
Yeah. Oh, the app's really useful. Just keep things recorded. You can see what I did in the previous week, so I know what I need to do to top that, or where I need to reach. Um, yeah, and obviously as well, I've got the direct line of communication to yourself. So there's been a couple of instances where I've not been entirely sure what I needed to do in a specific set or exercise, and just sought your advice, and you've been able to ping that through fairly quickly, you know, as and when you can.
Just yeah. No, it's nice having that bit of accountability and like you say, somebody just at the end of the line. If there's something you're just not sure about, I'll always answer you sort of as quick as you can, even though we're not actually doing the sessions together. I'm there just to tweak stuff if needed, or if an exercise doesn't feel quite right, make sure you're doing it correctly. So yeah, I think a lot of people find that really useful. And is there anything you'd say to people who are a bit on the fence about working with a trainer, maybe never had a personal trainer before, and wanted to, yeah, get a bit of structure to their routine, want a bit of support, but without the cost of weekly personal training sessions? What would you
Uh,
say to people who are a bit on the fence?
yeah, I'd say for me, I knew what I needed. I knew I had the motivation to go. I knew I didn't need someone there with me all the time to push me. But I definitely needed structure, and along with that structure that you've given me, you have encouraged me as well, and you've given me more things to do, more things to look at, um, and just given me a new perspective on it as well. And it's kept Um, even when I have, fallen off because of holiday or illness or stuff, you've been there to encourage me to get straight back on it, which, is a bonus in itself.
Just yeah. No, I've got to be there to hassle my clients a little bit.
Yeah.
Got to give them a little bit of a nudge
Yeah.
now and again. One last thing I want to chat about as well. We did sort of nearer the start of our training, we did some nutrition work together, didn't we? So we did got you to do your food diary for me on MyFitnessPal, and then from
Yeah.
there gave us all the information in terms of calories, carbs, fats, proteins, and then
Yes.
recommendations off the back of that. How did you find that process with the nutrition?
Yeah, no, that was really helpful because I had a small idea. Obviously, I knew I needed to cut down on certain things, and I've got a big thing of just grabbing what's there and knowing what is more beneficial to me longer term has been really helpful. Getting that extra information from you, and it's just assisting the workouts as well. So that's really been really good.
Just yeah, it's important if you're looking to sort of change body composition a little bit, whether it's put on more muscle, drop body fat. The diet's the a big side of that equation. A lot of people just really focus on the exercise and they're not really focusing on what the diet's doing. So having both
Yeah,
components is important, definitely.
absolutely.
Awesome. Well, yeah, you've progressed, I should say, really well over the last 6 months. So here's to the next 6 months.
Yes, yeah. I want to keep going. I'm really happy with how things are progressing.
Yeah,
Um, it's just being accountable to myself and
yeah.
cracking on really.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, buddy. Well, I will catch up with you soon. Thanks for your time today.
No worries. Appreciate it.
Nice one.
Cheers.
Cheers, there.